Hello gamers, in today's video we're going to be talking about week 7 of Trials of Osiris in Season of the Haunted. This week was... it was a week, that was for sure. It was definitely a week, and I don't think... I know that I did not anticipate this week to be as tough as it was, and I asked people to vote for this map because I wanted everyone to suffer. Like, I just wanted them to, like, hurt, because I knew we would all hurt if it was this map. Like, I wanted us to suffer collectively as a community on this map, and I think we definitely suffered a lot. I just didn't anticipate how much I would suffer. I had to stop playing Hunter because Hunter just, like, Omni Hunter was just, it did nothing. Like, I had to be on Bub because the games played out so long that it was just better for me to be on Bub, because I would at least then my super would be like somewhat impactful, and like having the cover on the map was so influential in like playing the game, like having shields to play around rather than just being able to go invis with Omni. Like, I think Omni is still good, but I just feel like the shields off of Titan, even if it's not Bubble Titan, are just like, if you're spamming them, if you have 10 Rezel, which is what I was doing, the shields are just so important because you can create cover on a map that like has almost no cover in a lot of scenarios. And that's like my biggest grievance with the map personally, is that it's just like an open field and there's like no cover, and I feel like gunfights are more heavily determined on positioning more than like any sort of gun skill. And it's just really frustrating to play the map from my perspective. I really did not enjoy it at all, and I think a lot of people also really didn't enjoy it. And like I said, I knew it was going to be that way because whenever I get the game or the map in QP, like every time I get it, I like pretty much, unless I'm doing like a YouTube video where it's like I'm using this specific loadout and it's like a close range loadout, I swap to a scout or a pulse because I know the way that the map plays. I know the ranges of engagements, and I'm familiar with how the sandbox works right now. And the sandbox is very much so using the weapon that fits the engagement. Like, there's not really any weapon that fits every single engagement. It's more about playing within the effective range of your weapon. And this map, quite frankly, if you're using a primary weapon, a lot of the time the effective range is going to be like pulse or scout rifle range. And I mean, I very much so played that way in Trials. I feel, I mean, let me show really quick, I guess, you know, this week's kills and what weapons were at the top. And, you know, obviously, if you're looking here, you see Jade Rabbit got, I mean, mind you, this isn't over. Trials isn't over. I'm recording this at 7:42 p.m. on a Monday, so I will be streaming again and playing a little bit before Trials actually ends, from like 8 or 9. I think it's be 9 p.m. to reset. And, you know, obviously, there's one hand cannon in the top 10. It's Austringer, arguably the best hand cannon in the game, and it's number 7 or number 8 rather, my bad. But you know, it's like barely in the top 10, and then we got the boy Lord of Wolves. Fuck that gun, I hate it so much. But, you know, clearly this shows very much so that the meta is, in terms of like long-range maps, the meta, it's very much so playing what's best for the situation, and not so much, you know, hand cannon shoddy, or like it's very much in that way. Like, it's not like one thing rules all anymore. And I'm thinking a lot of people realize that if you used a hand cannon and a shotgun on this map and like tried to use a scrim loadout, you probably really had a very bad time, even worse than someone that was using the meta stuff for this map. And I can't really think of anyone that actually did that. I think everyone pretty much understood that you cannot do that on this map. Like, and you can't do that anymore in the sandbox. Like, if you were a hand cannon shoddy, hand cannon sniper, or scrimmer trying to play that way in the current sandbox, you know, you're gonna have a really rough time a lot of the time, unless you're playing like really bad teams. But if you're playing a really good team using the best stuff for the map, you're going to have a very rough time. And I understand the frustration that a lot of those people have with that, because I like, for me, that's what I have fun with, is using hand cannon and shotgun, or like, you know, the scrim loadout. Like, that's what's most fun for me. But quite frankly, that's not really usable anymore in the sandbox, you know? So, and I gotta say, I am definitely happy that this week is over, pretty much. I mean, I'm gonna be playing for what, 9 to 1? I'm gonna be playing for a little bit, you know? Like, I'll be playing a little bit after I get back from the gym tomorrow. But for the most part, we're on the back end of it, and the excruciating pain of this week is behind us. I do and I don't regret doing the 24-hour. Like, the 24-hour was an experience for sure, but there were some good moments in it. I enjoyed it a lot. Like, although the games were very frustrating at times, I had a really good time. Ultimately, you know, at the end of the day, I'm blessed to like have a community. You guys, mind you, the community. I'm blessed to have you guys support me and give, like, you know, allow me to do things like that. Like, those are things that I can't do unless I have people supporting me, you know, like, just everything that I do is all because of you guys and you guys watching and donating, subbing, and just everything. Nothing I do is possible without, like, the people behind me supporting me, and I'll definitely never forget that. I'm very, very grateful for that and always will be, so. But next time we get the opportunity to vote for this map, let's hope we don't. We all know how it's going to go. Unless you want to play pulse rifles and scouts and snipers and fusions and stuff. There isn't, you know, I just realized there's not even one pellet shoddy in the top 10. Not even one. Not even a singular pellet shoddy. It's just snipers, fusions, and lore wolves. That's it. And Forerunner, actually. I forgot about Forerunner. Forerunner is technically a special weapon, so, but oh my god. I'm never voting for this map again. I'm never telling anyone to vote for this map again. It was an experience that I hope that we all never have to experience again, ever. Oh man, I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired, fellas. Like I said, just happy it's on the back end, and hopefully, you know, we don't get a map like that again. I don't know what the map will. I'm hoping next week is Endless Vale. Endless Vale would be really nice. That's like my favorite map for Trials, personally. Or, I don't know, Cauldron. I don't know. The thing is the maps don't really play exactly the same as they normally would. Oh, I forgot as well that this week was freelance. I'm like all over the place in this commentary, but this week was freelance as well. So that also kind of contributed to the matches being tougher. So it was kind of a perfect storm scenario where it's like we got freelance. It's this weird, goofy map, real funky one where, you know, hand cannons and the normal stuff you would see are not really as good anymore. And the meta is to sit in the back of the map and try to kill someone with a scout rifle 200 meters out while they rotate respawn because they don't realize that you literally are just sitting in respawn. So, you know, that's definitely one thing that I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video that is definitely worth keeping in mind, that this was a freelance weekend, and freelance weekends split the player base up even more than it already is. So, like, on top of the fact that we're, like, having record low player population, that player population is getting split up more than it would be otherwise because of the freelance. Because, you know, obviously a lot of the solo queuing players or people that would potentially be getting into teams are just playing in freelance because they would just rather play freelance or for whatever reason. But my point is that's diluting the already declining player base. So that is also a contributing factor to why this week was so rough. And it might have been less rough, honestly, if we had zones, because people wouldn't have been able to sit in their spawn as much or like rotate around the map and play with the entire map. And we kind of seen that with Distant Shore, where Distant Shore played a lot more differently when they introduced the zones to it than it did when it didn't have zones. Because otherwise, I mean, for me personally, I'm at the point where, like, this game isn't competitive. I don't give a fuck how I have to play to win. I'm just going to try to win, because that's how the people I'm playing play against most of the time. You know, the people that come in my chat and, like, say GG or talk shit, you know, the people that I need to win against, you know, they're playing to win. They don't give a fuck how they win. If they beat, you know, whoever, like, they just want to win. And quite frankly, I have to play that way, especially when I am helping people like 90% of the time. So, you know, I'll take advantage of the whole side of the map. I'll sit all the way in the back of the map, like on a head glitch, crouched for like a minute just to get one pick so that we can push. Like, and that's just the way that people play sometimes. And unfortunately, that's not very fun to play against. It's not even very fun to play. Like, it's just, but that's just, in my opinion, just how the game is right now. I don't personally find PvP to be fun all of the time, and I think playing to win is not fun all of the time. Like, it's not, when you win playing that way, it doesn't really feel rewarding. It's like kind of just exhausting. Whereas, like, I don't know, I just don't find myself having that feeling where I'm like, wow, that was a really good game. Like, holy fuck. But I just am like, oh god, I can't believe we won that. Or like, I don't know, I'm not like, I don't feel proud about winning, because it's just the things that you have to use to win and the way that you have to play to win is just not fun. But unfortunately, it's the meta, and it's going to be the meta till like things are changed in the sandbox. And honestly, I'm excited for Arc 3.0 and next season, just because it will be something new. I'm sure there's going to be something goofy that we get, but at least it'll be something new in the trial sandbox. Hopefully it's not what we have currently. That would be preferable for me personally. But anyway, we'll make that the video. let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to hit the bell below and like the video. Hit the bell below for a notification and like the video, and leave a comment saying you enjoyed the video. And if you want me to do more of these videos, please let me know in the comments below. I personally enjoy just like talking to you guys. That's, you know, obviously very easy for me to do, and I feel like it's more of a way to connect with you guys as viewers through a video rather than just upload VODs, which is something I've been doing a lot lately because I don't want to burn myself out too much on like working on videos off stream because I've been streaming so much. So it's like trying not to burn the wick at both ends, so to speak. But yeah, if you did enjoy the content, please make sure to check me out on Twitter at Diffizzle. We are less than 100 subs away from 10K followers on Twitter. Once I get to 10K, I'll be doing some emblem giveaways, so please make sure to go check that out. Or please make sure to go follow if you are interested in that. And also, if you want more content, I do stream pretty much every day on Twitch, like literally every day on Twitch. I just got done doing a 24-hour on through Saturday to Sunday, and then I got on today and did like 2 hours, basically 3 hours. So I pretty much stream every day for at least 8 hours, maybe more, sometimes less, very rarely less. But if you are interested in more content, please make sure to go check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/Diffizzle, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.